Wow, guys, welcome once again on In Conversation with Unscripted Breakthroughs with Nomcebo Msane. What a journey it has been for me to find my way back to you once again. But we are back, we are here. We are more excited than before, bringing you the greatest people than we used to bring before. It's just levels, Jay. The idea has been to elevate, and that's exactly what we've done. Today we have an amazing guest with me. She is not only beautiful, I was just complimenting her right now. I'm like, girl, did you see your face in the frame? Angelina Senoge. I got it right. Amazing. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. Greet our people.
Hi, thank you for having me. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to be on this side of the world. Thank you so much for having me. I am Angelina Senoge, as Bella has mentioned. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this conversation because I sure will.
You have to enjoy it. For those who do not know you, Pilatina, we are the privileged ones. Get to know you. For those who do not know you, who is Angelina?
Okay, like a detailed or like
it's up to you. She's got detailed in summary. Okay. Detailed, how long does it take?
Like 2 minutes.
Okay, we'll take the detailed.
I'm Angelina Senoge. I am the founder of TheMoneySpace101, a financial education platform. I teach people on investing, budgeting, saving, but mostly on the investment side because it's something that people do not know about. I'm really passionate about, tackling the whole information gap. People don't have access to information, and that's why I have a platform. And I'm also, what else do? I'm a speaker. Yeah, so I speak on such topics as well. And I'm currently doing my second master's, so I do believe in continuous education, development, and stuff like that. Also because I really believe in giving people the best, especially when I'm dealing with something that is so detrimental to people's lives. Whatever we do, it really all at the end of the day points to money.
How you manage
the money. So it's not only about how you're making it, but how are you sustaining this money as well. So yeah, that's really what I'm about. And I host events on such things as well. Yeah, that's basically me. It's all about money. Money.
Do you have a lot of money?
That's actually the biggest myth. I feel like people assume that if you talk about money, you have like this long bank account. No, guys. That's why even on MoneySpace101, our slogan is we're building generational wealth together. I'm also including myself in this situation. I am still figuring things out myself as well, but I am taking people along with me to build this generational wealth together. So we're getting there, not there yet, but we're getting there.
She's there, guys. You know those modest people who are like, no, not me, others, not me. I do not buy it. And you said second masters. I love what you are saying about continuous building yourself, building your skill, and I like how important it is for you to share that authentic information. There's so many so-called financial advisors out there that, people don't really get the real authentic information given out there. Is this something you've always wanted to do? 6-year-old, 10-year-old, 16-year-old Angelina, have you always thought finance and teaching people about money, that's where I want to go?
Maybe not the teaching part, but the finance part also. So, I've always been a lover of things. Yeah. I mean, a lot of things like, why can't I have this little doll? Why can't I have this dollhouse? Like, why not me? I never understood why is the society closing me out and other people can get such things. So when my dad would always like, no, I'm not getting this. So at the time I felt my dad is aged.
What's wrong with this one?
What does he give me money to buy this doll? So that's how my dad was, and I was like, no, since my dad doesn't want to give me things what I want, then let me open a business. Then I opened a business, I started selling sweets, and I was in
at what age?
4.
Guys, those kids in school who were selling sweets.
That was me.
Where was I when other kids were selling sweets, man?
So So before now, I knew that he was not going to give me the capital. So I was like, okay, he gives me 3 rand every day for pocket money. I was like, fine, I'm only going to spend 1 rand and 2 rand I'm saving.
Wow.
Until when I got enough money to buy the first packet of sweets.
Then
And yeah, and then from there I started selling. And then the business grew, I ended up selling ice cream as well. And then before I knew it, I was the only small shop in my street and all the kids came to me. Yeah, and then now my mom wanted to share my business because I was really growing. I had this like little kid bag, Montana, had all the money inside. Every day I was counting. If I see one random show like a guy's meeting, where's my money?
Who took my money? Someone in this house. I love that.
So I guess it started from there. I just knew that whatever I'm going to do one day in life will have to do with money. Didn't know necessarily the direction, but I think that's when things will start folding for me as a kid. I've always had an interest in such things. Because even in shows, I'll see these women that I see all the time, I'm like, CEO, I have my own business. And like, yeah, you fired, I don't want you anymore. So that was always me. I've always seen myself in the business, side of finance. Yeah.
Wow. I love that. Guys, how crazy we used to look at our mates back in the day selling seeds, and then you're like, now we're mad. But I love that that's what shaped your understanding of money. And one of the things that you said was you always counting your money, and then when there's something short, you would hold a meeting. There's a sense of accountability that you learned. You understood at a very young age that it's not just about you having the money, it's being accountable towards the money. Which I believe in this day and age, one of the biggest mistakes that people make is that you've gotten through the first hurdle of, okay, this is how I make my money. How are you managing the money? What are some of the mistakes that you've seen that like people do, even if they earn enough? Well, when I say enough is fair, because in this day and age, what is enough? But they barely have enough earnings, but somehow they're struggling to sustain their lives, mainly because of the poor decision making when it comes to how they manage it. If you at that young age were able to see that there's something missing here, and you would hold an entire meeting about it, that's something we should do. With us, there's a deduction of 99 rand, 200 and something. They say gym. You've never went to the gym, not even once. And you're okay with that. You know what I mean? So what are some of the mistakes that you think that people might have the money, fair, but they're struggling to maintain their lives because of maybe some of the decisions that they're making?
The biggest mistake is people not follow the money. There's this principle in finance business that says follow your money. Know where your money is coming from, know where your money is going to, and know how your money is going to go.
Know where your money is coming from, know where it's going to, and then know how to grow it.
Know how to grow your money.
Guys, I think I need a diary. And
people are now only on the first step of how the money is coming. That's where people end. They don't go to the second step, where is this money going?
And how do I keep growing?
So you need to constantly keep track of this money. Because for instance, let me give you an example. As a business, you are selling different products, right? You know that at the end of the month, you're going to get 30,000 rand. So basically, you don't have an idea that, okay, my business, I get 30,000 rand on a monthly basis on average. But then now, if you plan to grow this money, you need to know where it's going to, or you need to know how is it coming in. So for instance, maybe there's a certain product that this particular product is actually making me more sales. So which means, how am I going to grow my money? I need to start selling more of this product. I need to start selling more to this target audience, because people that are buying my product are people from this area. So I need to start focusing my marketing on these people. Right? So now I've figured out where my money is, like how my money is coming in from this certain product, from these certain people. I now figured where my money is going to. And now I've figured out how I'm going to make it grow by focusing on certain things in the business. So that is how you need to keep growing money.
So guys, we can't just keep on focusing on how the money is coming in and get so frustrated that the money is not enough that's coming in. If we are not following these steps, very important steps, you need to know where it's coming from, where it's going, and how do I keep it coming. The same principle, I think the same principle would apply for salary earning people.
Yeah.
You need to know, okay, this is how much I'm earning. Because you find a lot of people who will be quick to say, I need to earn more. I'm going to leave my job so that I can earn more. But you're not improving financially. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not just about you getting the money. You also need to know where it's going. Follow the money. You said follow the story behind the money.
Yeah, follow the story behind the money.
Follow the story behind the money. Guys, today we are learning about money management. It's a good way to start Women's Month because there's going to be quite a lot of topics that we're going to be talking about as women. Let's start here. I know us as women, we love money. Money is very important to us. It is a very important thing for us. So let's start here and learn about managing money. What are some of the myths in your industry? You've taught quite a lot of people about money. You've had different conversations, private and public conversations with different people about their relationship with money. What are some of the things that we learned growing up about money that you realize as you grow and learn and understand how money works that, guys, this was a myth, these people were lying, or it's some mental thing that we believing about money, but that's actually not true about it?
I think for me the biggest myth, once because I'm an investment coach and on the investment side of things when it comes to finances, is that it's only accessible to certain people or people with a certain income bracket or people that work a certain job or people that did finance. But if you are just there, it's not for you. You know, that's the biggest myth. And I wouldn't say that people just woke up that okay, this is how things are. But it's most of the information that you are being fed, right? So when you look at, for instance, the media, you will see that people that are investing are people that really like have money. People that talk about shit, people that have money. You never see someone that just comes from a country talking about money. So that's how it frames your mindset as well. That, oh, so which means it's not for me.
For me, it's for certain people.
Yeah, it's for this person of the sun. It's not for me. Maybe I'll start doing those things when I get to
that level.
You know, but you can actually start doing that from wherever you are right now. And the second biggest myth is you need to need a huge amount of money. I actually started investing with 300 rand and I was a student using my allowance.
You started with the right. When you started lower, when you started like saving the 2 rand, and you know, you started early. Because I don't believe that you were going to be able to have that mindset you had with the 300 if it didn't start with that 3 rand. So I get what you
because
mean.
with the 3 rand, I saw that it's possible for 3 rand to grow. Which is with the 300, it will grow as well.
You see what I mean? I love what you are saying. Yeah, stop telling people you started with that. You started with 3 rand. That should be your opening, that 3 rand that you started with. That's so important. And you're right about these myths that people have when it comes to money. You're always thinking that, it's for certain people in certain brackets. It's for a certain skin color of people. Really, they've got inheritance, so for them it's easy. Then by doing so, you are de-associating yourself from money, and already you have a very bad relationship with money. One of the things that I learned in my journey with money is that it's a relationship. You need to choose what kind of relationship you're going to have with money. It can be ghost relationship where we talk once in a week, or he calls you, doesn't call, you know, you're trying to figure out where he is, or you're just hooking up. That's a relationship, you're just hooking up with your money, or you are in a really serious committed relationship with your money. How do you be in that kind of relationship? You need to, what she's saying, you need to keep track with where the money is going. You need to, I cannot come and tell you about your own money. You know, there's people like that. I also work in the finance space where I'm seeing that there's actual people who rely on service providers to tell them about their own money. Does that even make sense?
And that's one thing that I always tell like the people that I coach is, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to show you how to maneuver your finances by yourself when I'm not there. Because if you're going to depend on me, you will not get to where you want to be.
I'm not in charge of your money.
Because it's almost like, you know, the saying when they say that if you use inyanga and then this inyanga dies, it means that all the things that this video was giving you,
They
they
become
also die. Yes.
Now you must start from scratch.
I don't want you to make me your god of your finances.
Yeah.
But then I need you to use me to help you, give you the knowledge that's
That
going to
you
help
need.
you to maneuver your finances.
So the relationship with money is a personal relationship.
Yes.
It's you and your money. You can use investment coaches to help you, guide you in the journey and all of those beautiful things, give you the knowledge, because we do need the knowledge. But at the end of the day, you make the decision. You press the buttons that you are not supposed to be pressing and stuff like that. It's Women's Month. You are a woman.
And it's a good day. Just the honest. So open the door for all of you guys to come in. So you put man.
Cake Nyana,
Baby.
Cake Nyana, or anything like that.
That's supposed to come from me, my sister.
Friends we keep, guys. It's Women's Month. We've started the month. You opened the month for us. How has it been for you as a woman in business?
Sure.
The reality.
I don't want to put that on the right. It has liberating. You know, I don't think we talk enough about the freedom, the freedom that comes with independence as a woman.
That's true.
You know, and I think we need to stop talking of independence as something that says that, oh, because I'm independent, it means that I do not want to.
I'm a feminist. I don't do A, B, and C.
Yeah, I get you. Or I hate men or blah blah.
Yeah.
No, but being independent as a woman is so important because it also sort of like puts your mindset in a different level. You know, because you know who you are in society. You know your place in society, and society can't tell you you don't belong. You know, so it's very important that you are independent. And I think for me as a woman, Women's Month 2026, I'm so proud of the journey that I've come, so far. Because in as much as it has had its challenges, it's really hard for your place in society as a woman. It's really challenging. But when you see those small wins, you realize that they happen because we decided to take a step forward and continue taking another step, and another step,
another one.
and we'll continue taking those steps.
I love what you're saying. This thing of us being women and being independent is not. I hate how society phrases it. We're not saying I am independent, then I hate men, and why is there an instant comparison of men and women when we are just saying, listen, I'm just being myself. I'm finding my voice and my space in society.
And why can't I have both?
Why can't? Who said it's only just one? I can love men. Yeah, but I don't. We have a time that night. But how can I not be that and then still be an independent woman, be liberated? I love the word you are using, liberation. And what it does to your mindset, finding your place in society, fighting for something that you believe that it's yours. Doesn't take away the fact that you're a woman, you can be a wife, a wonderful woman, and all of those things. Yes, it's not taking away. In fact, it's part of the journey. I don't think you can ever be fully be the woman that you're supposed to be if you have not first found your independence and found your liberation and then step into those roles. I think you do them better as a liberated woman when you step into motherhood, when you step into being a wife, when you step into CEO positions, because there's certain things that just don't intimidate you. You walk into a boardroom, you present into a boardroom full of men, you don't instantly shrink and think, ooh, what am I going to do with myself? No, you don't. But if you allow society to box you, to only tell you this is all you can do, and independence is that far-fetched dream, you're going to walk into a room and be intimidated. There's women who get intimidated by other women. You walk into a room, you start comparing yourself. But if you liberated yourself, if you got into that place in your life where you're like, wow, this is me, and this is my first step, my second step, all those challenges. When you walk into a room filled with other women, you see friends, you see opportunities, you see business partners, you don't see competitors. Because there's this big thing, I don't know if you agree with it or if you've seen it. Women are very quick to bring each other down.
True.
We're very quick. And when you actually look at it, I see it as you walked into a room and you got intimidated because of your own issues. You are reflecting those issues on me now. Now I'm the problem. But if we really sit down fairly and have a conversation, you'll be like, no, I actually suffer with my own type of vibe. What do you think is the reason?
I think the environment that we are in has fostered that. I don't think people just grow up to be like that without having been in an environment that nurtured that. For instance, when growing up, you would see Mama next door is saying something about the other woman, and so you see those things when you talk, and it sort of gets into your brain that maybe this is natural.
That's how it should be.
This is how it should be done. Like maybe I should be higher for this person to respect me. So then the environment that we are born in is competitive. So it's almost like I cannot be successful and Nomcebo is not successful and we get along. It's not gonna work. For us to get along, or for me to sort of be respected in society, I need to be higher than these people.
Then we can be friends.
Yeah, then we can be friends. So I think we needed to dismantle what that part of society has taught us and what we have grown to see, and rather be a more united front, especially as women. Because it's really so heartbreaking when you see people that are so misrepresented in industries, yet we also amongst ourselves so not united.
We're the first people to stab each other in the back. Like men, they don't even need to shame. I'm sorry, I'm gonna compare. They don't even need to know each other that well for them to start eta, bra, right? Those type of conversations. They come into a gathering space, they're greeting each other, they're smiling with each other as if they've known each other for years. And then I'll ask, like my husband says, I'll be like, dude, do you know this guy? He's like, no. I've never met him. Whereas with us, it will take a special grace, I don't know from where, for us to just look at each other and smile and be happy, And then when a man comes into the mix, we are so quick to like identify each other's flaws and show it to them. I feel like we should be, like you say, we should be united in the sense that let's not show each other scars in this society. We've established that this is the environment that we grew up in. It is competitive. We've seen, she made a pretty good example where we grew up seeing Abu Mama and we've seen those things. We grew up in those things. We are the next generation of women. We need to dismantle that. We need to change it and do different. We're the next generation of mothers. We're going to be raising our mini versions of ourselves, the girls. And we're also going to be doing the same thing. Imagine an entire CEO of the MoneySpace. Did you see her? Now we are getting it right with our money. We are the it skills with the money, but we're still doing the very same thing that we grew up in. And it has to change.
And I think with that, I saw, because with my mom, I always saw how she was so graceful to other people. Like it's not like my mom told me to be graceful. It's not like she told me how to give or how to pour myself out to her. But I saw it through her actions. I saw how she would never give. I saw how she would always give everything that maybe she didn't have much. And because of those actions, I was like, okay, this is how it should be done. And she's so fulfilled. I don't see her feeling deprived of being this sort of person. So you really do create the next generation by how you embody yourself in society.
We don't need to hold classes every day to say, okay, session 1, this is how you should give. No. Embody that. Be that. In your space, in your circle. You don't have to be Oprah and stand on top of the roof and say, ladies, let's love each other. No. Do it in your own spaces. Because as you influence the next person, they influence the other person. We recreate a new generation of women, the kind of women that we want to see. It's so beautiful when we get along. And the funny part is, have you noticed that when you get a compliment from a man, guys, there's two genders, men and when you get a compliment from a man, it's okay. You have to, oh, thank you. But when that compliment comes from a woman, have you noticed what it does to you?
Thank you, girl.
Like, girl, are you for real? For men, you're like, dude, it feels different. Why is that, guys? We really are for each other. We want to be for each other. We should be for each other. And we need each other in that sense that a compliment that comes from another woman to me shifts something in me compared to a compliment that comes from the other gender. You know what I mean? So let's give those compliments, guys. It's Women's Month. Let it not start here and end here. Let's get it right. I know we are capable. We are fixing our money issues today, and we are getting to learn that independency is not a far-fetched dream. It's not you saying you hate men or you are that type of woman. No, it's something that you should, it's a part of us. You should actually put yourself in a space in your life where you should at least be independent and feel it, understand it before you step into a place where you can have a little bit of dependency on somebody else. Because I can tell you for free, independency never leaves you.
Doesn't. It really doesn't.
It will never leave you, even when you are in a space where you have someone to depend on.
If
you just can't.
Instances where like, okay, maybe I can do this.
Like, no, don't worry, I'll do it. It never leaves you. It becomes a part of you. Guys, what a beautiful conversation. Me and Angie can go on and on and on and tell you guys how to live this life the best way we know how. But one of the things that I want you to take out from our conversation about women and Women's Month is that you need to be liberated. Allow yourself to be liberated and independent. Experience that you, see who you really are in that space. Then you will truly understand your purpose, you will truly understand who you are. You will not be intimidated when you walk into rooms. You will not feel less when you are with other people, with other women. You will not feel the need to even gossip about the next woman. You'll just, it just fixes a lot of problems. And you won't be under the pressure of having to wait for someone to give you money. My biggest fear when I was growing up about money was, one of the things that my mom told me before she passed was, I have to be independent. I've always been independent from my late teens. And in the journey of learning that independence, I used to do everything for myself, even when she was still around. I didn't have that crazy session in grade 1, me crying. I was like, oh, why are you crying? We've agreed that we're going to school. So I've learned that from her, seeing her doing it, she didn't have to sit me down. So one of the things that I was learning when I was learning about taking care of myself as an adult, money came into the conversation. My biggest fear was having to wait for someone to give me money for me to have the things that I want. I've always been afraid to be that person who's going to wait.
That waiting period.
That waiting period where is he sending my money? Is he not? No. Should I check? That was like my biggest fear in life. I was like, no, I cannot be that person. I want to be the person who has that surety that, you know what, I've done this to work for my money and I'm getting my money. I can't be waiting for someone to feel good in their heart and say, ah, Hashem, let me send a tawanyana for me to start thinking about my cosmetics. That was like my biggest fear when my mom passed. I was like, no. The first thing that came into my mind was like, I need to work for my money.
Actually, you have quite a similar story because my mom was a housewife. But one thing she always told me at a young age was, I'll translate it as meaning do not become a beggar.
Even I know, I get that.
Whatever you do in life, do not become a beggar. You need to get your own. And I feel like right now when she looks at me, she's so proud. Where she was like, I'm living a life that she wished that she had lived as well. Because she continues to do not live it.
And can you imagine that coming from someone who is in a position where she needs to ask for something? Guys, housewife vibes, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, it has its moments where you feel like surely, like your mom was saying, she was probably in a position where she's like, yeah, okay, I must be like, Papa, man, I don't want my kids to be like that, you know what I mean? So I get what you're saying. It's really something important, guys, to not put yourself in a position where you have to be when I so missing and not just with men. It takes away freedom, like you're saying, and it's not just with men. There's people who constantly ask friends, ask colleagues every time, Jay, whether you are that person in the group or I was like, no, take back your freedom by making better financial decisions, putting yourself in a position where you can have your own thing. The beauty of knowing that this thing, no matter how much, is not where I want it to be, but it's mine. I was the only child, guys, so I'm in that level of selfishness where I'm like, this is mine. If it's not mine, then we have a problem. I need to work and make sure that this thing becomes mine, so that I don't have to like wait to share it with the other gang. No, guys. Money gives back your freedom. Your independence gives you back your freedom.
Gives you choices. Because sometimes we are stuck in a certain environment because of the lack of choice. So I think one of the reasons that I started MoneySpace101, which I also think I feel like I should highlight because it is Women's Month, and also because of the things that women generally go through, especially in relationships, and especially in South Africa, looking at the statistics and all those things.
It's not great.
I remember when I was in high school and this lady was crying in the next apartment. And I could hear that like there's like a commotion between her and the boyfriend. And then he was abusing her. And then when I saw her, I was afraid of pinching. Like, yo, this is all at me, what am I gonna say?
Same.
But I just felt like I can't keep quiet. You know? So then this other time I bumped into her in the elevator and I asked her, why don't you leave? You know? And then she was like, I can't just leave. But I'm like, why?
Why?
And she's like, she doesn't have the money to go. She doesn't have the money to go back home. And I'm like, I will give you my savings. And he's like, but then I have nothing to show. Yeah, I have nothing to show. So I can't live without this person. And I think for me that really broke my heart. And I really wonder where she is now. And I hope things end up working out for her. But I was like, I would want this person to speak to women. You know, and realize that when you have your own independence, you have so much power, you have so much voice, and which you can apply in relationships. You don't have to stay in a relationship that abuses you just because you depend on it for.
And I think it also plays a role in how the man abuses you. He knows that you've got nothing. You can't show him anything. You can't stand for yourself. He buys you everything. So.
And it's so nice, like I think it's so nice actually meeting someone, loving them,
and being with them because you actually love the person.
Like, no, let me just
now you just balancing the man. No, guys, let's secure the bag in us being independent and working for our own money and working for our own things. Don't secure a bag by being with a dude. That one will always like hit me in the wrong places. I don't care what people say. I'm always gonna be that person who's like, there's nothing more beautiful and exciting than being with someone because you actually love them.
Yeah, because you really put yourself in a very dangerous position if you're with this person for financial support.
You're giving yourself to them on a platter. And they just need to choose what they do with you. If you are lucky, they'll treat you well. But if you're not lucky, they'll treat you like trash and you can't do anything about it. Because you're securing the bag. I'd rather secure the bag with doing my 9 to 5 as old school as it is, doing my own businesses, building my own thing, facing the challenges, in my own way rather than to secure the bag like that. Guys, we've said a lot and we will still keep saying a lot. One of the things that you need to take out from this last part of our conversation is being independent, owning your own money gives you freedom and it puts you in a position to make choices. You get to make choices. You choose. I want to be there. I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Today I'm eating at UP.
Yeah.
Today I'm going to Tang for dinner.
Yeah, this person is not for me, this person is
It's for me. Not because he paid the bill or he bought you a gift. No, he's from the conversation, guys. The looks, guys, the looks, they still matter here. The looks, the age gaps. Guys, the things that we do, but this conversation is not about that. We are here to empower you and remind you that you are a queen who is capable of doing all these things. You do not need to put yourself in a platter for someone else to decide what they want to do with you. Be the one who decides. Any last famous words?
Choose yourself.
Yeah. Always choose yourself.
And in me saying that, I'm not saying choose yourself just to let other people not know. Like maybe that don't take it in that contrast. But choose yourself in terms of your development. Invest in what's going to make you a better person the next day. Yeah. Invest in community. Invest in education. Invest in such conversations. And do not think that such conversations do not include you. They do include you. So listen more into such conversations. Engage more in such conversations. Comment, on
these conversations are actually for you. They don't exclude you. They are for you. They wouldn't exist if you were not there.
So involve yourself. That's what I'm saying.
Choose yourself. Involve yourself. These conversations are for you. She was here for you. We are here for you. With all the challenges it took us to get here, but we are really here for you to remind you truly to always choose yourself.
Yeah.
Wow. How do we get a hold of you? Where?
Every way. If you don't like me, sorry. Listen me every way. You can get me at TheMoneySpace101 101 on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube,
Yes.
and LinkedIn.
And she's got an event coming up in October.
Body life events. We had such a successful turnout, so do check out on our social media pages to see how that event was. And involve yourself as well in this event because we learned so much.
You have to learn. You have to learn. From us, we brought you an amazing guest and she shared how she got to her breakthrough. This was not scripted. We have no script. It was from our hearts to you, just to let you know that money is also for you. It's not for certain people. You are included in the equation. Guys, we are out of here. Thank you for your time. Angie, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.